Local performing artists and musicians joined regional music industry stakeholders and international intellectual property rights experts this week to identify regional challenges and opportunities at a 3-day music forum. The event, held under the theme Amplifying Caribbean Music as a Global Gateway, was jointly organized by the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, the Corporate Affairs and Intellectual Property Office, CAIPO, and the World Intellectual Property Organization. CAIPO Registrar Robert Branch said the forum was a step towards strengthened legislation that could improve the livelihoods of creatives in Grenada. However, the event also had broader implications, as attendees discussed the Regional Grenada Action Plan.
This Grenada Action Plan refers to the action plan for the region as developed in Grenada. So this Grenada Action Plan is titled that way, but it's going to be an action plan for the region. It's going to set out several issues that we're going to be looking at, that we're giving priority to developing the ecosystem for the development of music in the region.
David Stops, author of How to Make a Living from Music, stressed that music should be valued as a national asset. Keynote speaker Eddie Haditier, Executive Director of the Music in Africa Foundation, noted that there are avenues for international cooperation in music, especially between Africa and the Caribbean.
Music has a value, it always has a value, and wherever it's used, it needs to be paid for. So if a radio station plays a record, it needs to make 2 payments, one to whoever wrote the song in the record, and one who owns the recording and the performers. So it's got a value, it's not free, it's not a hobby, it's a national asset.
When we look at Africa and the Caribbean, we are very much aligned. And I think one of the biggest opportunities that we have is to collaborate and to see how we can bring more artists from this region into Africa, and also bringing artists from Africa and professionals from Africa into this region, because we share a common history and our industries are also very similar.
President of the Grenada Association of Musicians, Producers and Performers, Andrew Hitz-Phillip, and Martin James, CEO of the Eastern Caribbean Collective Organization for Music Rights, shared their hopes for the industry beyond this week's forum.
That we can get the minds in attendance in collaboration with CAIPO, GOCA, and the government of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique, to work towards the legislation that would assist in collecting copyrights, assist in educating musicians and their ecosystem, like managers, booking agents, etc., on the business of music, and just disseminate as much knowledge as possible about how many ways there are to earn within the music industry.
We want the narrative to be improved within the system, where all creatives could get paid for the use of the work. All broadcasters come on board, everybody come on board, because whilst we are still discussing the broadcasters coming on board, we now have AI, which was a major topic here. How do we treat with that? How do we handle registering songs that are created by AI? It is a global discussion right now, and we have to be part of that discussion.
Reporting for GBN News, I am Deidre Seeley.